Forward.
This isn't the way Frank Slavin planned to prepare for the holidays. But Hurricane Sandy's changed all that for residents of Gerritsen Beach in Brooklyn. His one-story home was all but destroyed by Sandy's massive storm surge. He and his family were watching TV in their living room when his eldest daughter, Bernadette, realized the water had reached the sidewalks. That's when they decided to move their cars.
Everybody's cars are floating all over, hitting us while we're trying to drive out. Now, I didn't see my daughter's car because I'm seeing everything else go on, and the water's coming up higher and higher and higher.
The water, which rose to 4 feet high, completely devastated their home. The Slavin family was planning to celebrate Christmas by making the final payment on their mortgage. This spring, they planned to raise their house so it would be safe from minor flooding.
We were finally starting to see the light of day, and we're back to square one and less, because now we're homeless. At least square one, we had an apartment or a little house or something. Now we had nothing. Where do I go?
For now, the Slavins and their eldest daughter are staying with their youngest daughter and her husband. Other Gerritsen Beach residents, like the Empellizeris, lost their basement, but their house is salvageable. The night of the storm, however, they found shelter at Resurrection Roman Catholic Church. Despite the fear and uncertainty of those first hours, the residents of the largely working-class, close-knit community pulled together.
There's a lot of good things happening. I mean, I think it's incredible how people pull together, and there's always, no matter what religion you are, you know, what nationality you are, it doesn't matter because it's a commonality here. We're all going through it, and just people want to volunteer and help.
The spirit of volunteerism can also be found at the Gerritsen Beach Firehouse. In the days following Sandy, the volunteer fire department became a hub for donations. Residents could also count on a hot meal, comfort, or a hug. Since then, it's also been the site of unexpected acts of kindness. Doreen Garson, acting chief of the Gerritsen Beach Fire Department, describes the moment the Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation made a surprise offer.
We were able to give 2,100 families vouchers for $600 for each household.
As generous as that act was, residents are still left with the task of paying for damage from a storm that's left them anything but high and dry. Even though Gerritsen Beach is in Zone B, which means residents didn't have to evacuate, it's actually right near the water. So now residents who didn't have flood insurance have to depend on FEMA to help them rebuild their homes.
We've been fortunate because FEMA's given us money, and I've heard other stories about FEMA, but for us personally, they've been good to us.
The Empellizeris knew their rights, but for many others, figuring out what to do after a disaster is bewildering. That's why South Brooklyn Legal Services held a legal clinic at the firehouse.
I think that there's a tremendous amount of confusion right now in terms of what people's rights are and what services the city's providing. How does insurance work? Why did FEMA deny me?
The legal clinic is a way to help residents work on the financial aspect of rebuilding. But with the holidays coming up, residents need an emotional boost as well. At this time of year, the streets of Gerritsen Beach are usually ablaze in Christmas lights and decorations, but not this year. So the community is also serving up a healthy dose of holiday cheer.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
While Resurrection Church cheered up the kids with a holiday party. Boys and girls got their faces painted, played Twister, and got a chance to just be a kid again after a traumatic time. Jamie Pelicano's twin boys have been showing signs that the storm affected them.
It feels so good to have some normalcy for a minute and with less chaos and put a smile on the boys' faces. It's been very stressful, so it means so much to get a break from that and do something positive with the boys.
Community groups will sponsor 3 more holiday parties at the church before Christmas. In the spirit of the season, all the children who attend will receive gifts. But Father Farrell, the priest of Resurrection Church, has already seen powerful examples of the Christmas spirit in the wake of the storm.
A man came in and, easy telling, he went through the storm. His clothes were dirty. He looked disheveled. But from his pocket, he pulled out 2 cringly, wet dollar bills and put them on the table and said, "Here, this might help." And I was amazed by it, because this guy probably lost everything himself.
Father Farrell believes gestures like that one are the key to Gerritsen Beach's spiritual recovery.
I read the other day a beautiful statement. The path to heaven is paved with works of love. You know, in these past few weeks, I've seen that love over and over and over again.
Love is helping the Slavins cope as well.
Happy birthday.
We're definitely going to rebuild regardless. We decided, my husband and I, we're a team. We always have been, we always will be.
Kizzy Cox, Gerritsen Beach, Brooklyn for 219 West.